Good morning, my name is Juan Sanchez with Horsemen Investigation. I'm the Senior Operation Manager for this department, and today we're going to be talking about light sequencing. Typically, when we get a case that involves light sequencing, we want to, once that we see that case, we want the investigator to make sure they review everything in Polo. For example, we have to review the assignment sheet, we have to review the referral, and also if there's a police report to get more information where the accident happened. Once we review that information, then we're gonna go ahead and do what we call a case prep. So what we do first is we open up a Google Maps search, and then we look at the area so we could see what kind of traffic lights we're dealing with. Sometimes we could deal with just a simple traffic light, just go and stop, or we could have a set where there's a traffic arrow that allows you to make a left turn, or also allows you to make a right turn. So that'd be a different timing. Once we do that that search, then we go out to the scene and we start practicing, or actually evaluating the scene, how we're gonna proceed with our light sequencing. Once we get to the scene, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait and see how the traffic is flowing to see what the timing is on the lights that we're gonna go ahead and videotape. Typically on a light sequencing case, we want to make sure that we obtain 4 videos. Direction of travel: north, south, east, and west. Once we obtain those 4 videos, typically around 4 or 5 minutes, then we're gonna go ahead and conduct the time sequencing. We could use a stopwatch, or we could use the stopwatch on your phone. Once you are doing it, we're gonna get 4 sequencing, and typically the way the light sequencing will start is from green to yellow, yellow to red, and red to green. Once you hit green again, that's where you stop your stopwatch. Now, again, it will be 4 sequencing that you will be doing for each light. If there's a green arrow that allows traffic to turn a left and it's separate from the actual green light, then you will have to do 4 separate light sequencing for that green arrow. Again, the timing is not going to be perfect, but our best to our abilities, we will try to get as close as possible to each sequence. Now we're gonna wait for the traffic light to turn red on us and then green again, so we can start the timer again. Once it turns green, you lap it or split it, and you wait for it to turn yellow. You lap it again, and you stop it at red. And that will be 1 time sequence. And again, you have to take 4 time sequence of each light to make sure you have an accurate reading of the lights. It's not gonna be always the same time when you're doing it, but you want to get as close as possible, because again, we're doing it with our time watch. We're trying to pay attention. There are distractions, so we have to be quick to make sure that every time you do a light sequence timing for the 4 time, it gets close enough to at least by seconds.